Good morning students, I am teacher Salunke TB from Sri Shivaji Vidya Mandir and Junior College on Pune. I welcome all of you in this session of English language. Students, in the previous session we studied some of the paragraphs from the lesson. On to the summit we reach the top from page number 17. In that session we saw that Tenzing along with Hillary first of all crossed the south face and started up to the west side. Later on we also saw that when Tenzing along with Edmund Hillary were 60 or 70 feet away from the summit or the top, so it was not so dangerous for them. So when Tenzing along with Edmund Hillary were 50 feet away from the top, so the distance between both of them was of 20 feet. In the same session we also came to know the significance of the rope they were tied with. Later on we also discussed the important point that who reached first on the top of the mountain was not significant for both of them, Tenzing and Hillary. The important thing was that to be successful in the expedition, because according to Tenzing their total entire focus was on climbing, and there were other worries also, and therefore they did not care, they did not worry who reached first on the top of the mountain. Today in this session we are going to continue the other paragraphs from the lessons and how the story flows, how the story continues in this lesson. Students, let us look at page number 18. I read the first paragraph from page number 18. I hope you must be having textbook with you. When we reached Kathmandu, we discovered that a controversy had arisen. We talked it over, Hillary, Colonel Hunt and I. We agreed that all the talk was childish. So in this way, when Tenzing and Hillary reached Kathmandu, the capital of Nepal, they discovered that they were involved a sort of controversy. Controversy means disagreement. So maybe there may be the controversial issues regarding mountaineering or their arrival there. But after some time, when they discussed this controversial issue among the three, Tenzing, Hillary and Colonel Hunt, they came to the conclusion whatever was controversial between them was childish. Let us move to the next paragraph. So we made a pact and each of us signed it in the office of the Prime Minister of Nepal. Each one signed his own statement. I have a copy of Hillary's statement which I carry in my pocket. So we made a pact. Pact means formal agreement, or we can say legal agreement between both of them. And what was the agreement that was made between these two persons? After making the pact, both Tenzing as well as Hillary put their signature on this pact or in this agreement in the office of the Prime Minister of Nepal. Each one signed his own statement. So in the agreement, each one, Tenzing as well as Hillary, made their own statements in the agreement. And Tenzing says, I have a copy of Hillary's statement which he possesses or which he carries in his pocket. It reads Kathmandu, June 22nd, 1953. So what was there in the statement written in the agreement by Hillary? On May 29th, Tenzing Sherpa and I left our high camp on Mount Everest for our attempt on the summit. As we climbed upwards to the south summit, first one and then the other would take a turn at leading. We crossed over the south summit and moved along the summit ridge. We reached the summit almost together. We embraced each other, overjoyed at our success. Then I took photograph of Tenzing holding aloft the flags of Great Britain, Nepal, the United Nations and India, signed E.P. Hillary. So in this way, the date on which they made their statements was 29th May. Tenzing Sherpa and I left our high camp on Mount Everest for our attempt on the summit. So in this way, both the mountaineers left the camp on 29th May to reach to the summit or the top of the mountain. As we climbed upwards to the south summit, first one and then the other would take a turn at leading. So when they were continuing their expedition, so they were alternating the leader. Sometimes Tenzing used to be at the leading position, sometimes Hillary used to be at the leading position. So in this way, they used to alternate the leading position. We crossed over the south summit and moved along the summit ridge. So in the previous session also we saw that they first of all crossed the south face and moved along the summit ridge. A ridge means a long narrow piece of raised lands, the continuous range of the mountains. We reached the summit almost together. So once again, Tenzing has mentioned here, we together as a team, we reached on the summit on the top of the mountain. We embraced each other, overjoyed at our success, and obviously being successful mountaineers, they embraced with each other. To embrace means to hold someone close with the feeling of affection. So as both the mountaineers were successful in reaching on the top of the mountain, so they were overjoyed and therefore they hugged each other, they embraced each other. Then I took photograph of Tenzing holding aloft the flags of Great Britain, Nepal, the United Nations and India. So when Tenzing held up the four flags of Britain, United Nations, Nepal and India, Hillary took the photograph. So this was the statement made in agreement by Hillary, and therefore it is given in the bracket signed E.P. Hillary. There is another paper like this in English signed by me. So the way Hillary made the statement in the agreement, in the same way Tenzing also made a statement in the agreement. Thus, we will not take part in any controversy, as the statement says Hillary and I embraced when we reached the top. So Tenzing makes it clear that there was no controversy between both the mountaineers, because the reason was that both the mountaineers succeeded together. Both the mountaineers reached on the top together. So there was not any issue who reached first on the top of the mountain. We did as well as our bulky equipment would let us. So when they started their expedition, they had some equipments which are useful in the expedition. So they succeeded as much as the equipments they were carrying allowed them. I remember saying to him, "We have done it." So the Tenzing says, I remember the statement made by me when we reached the top of the mountain. And what does Tenzing remember? We have done it. So it was the expression to be successful. And therefore Tenzing still remembers what he says to the Hillary. We have done it. We are successful. We have achieved our target. We have fulfilled our dream. But we couldn't hear. Tenzing says, what I told Hillary, we have done it. But they could not hear each other. The reason is given there because both the mountaineers had oxygen mask and therefore they could not hear, could not listen to each other. Let us move to the next paragraph. First thought. My first thought on reaching the top was a sense of gratitude to God, that after having failed 6 times, He had blessed me with fulfillment of this desire I had held so long. So the moment both the mountaineers reached on the top of the mountain, the first thought that came in the mind of the Tenzing, in the mind of Tenzing is, my first thought on reaching the top was a sense of gratitude to God. Tenzing was thankful to the God because after having failed 6 times, this sentence clarifies, this sentence makes clear that before this expedition, Tenzing had attempted, Tenzing had tried for 6 times. But he failed in his attempts. It was the 7th time he got success in the expedition. And therefore, he expresses thanks, gratitude to the God. He had blessed me with the fulfillment of this desire I had held so long. So, Tenzing had been desiring, Tenzing had been wishing, expecting to be successful in the expedition. And finally, for the 7th time, he got success, he fulfilled his dream, and therefore he is thankful to the God. Let us move to the next paragraph. I placed on the summit the offerings to the God that I had carried with me. This is in accord with my religion. Both my wife and I are Buddhists. I could not kneel because of my clothes and equipment, but I offered a silent prayer in my heart. So when Tenzing reached the top of the mountain, when Tenzing got success in his expedition, he placed on the summit the offerings to the God that he had carried with him. So, in accord with his religion, Tenzing says, my wife and I are Buddhists, and in accord with his religion, he offered his gratitude, and definitely He also makes one thing clear: he could not kneel because of his clothes and some equipments he was carrying with him. But I offered a silent prayer in my heart. So though Tenzing could not kneel due to clothes and some bulky equipments, he offered a silent prayer in his heart. Let us move to the next paragraph. The offerings were biscuits, candy and a little blue pencil. My youngest daughter Nima had given me the pencil before I left home. She asked me to put it on the top of the mountain as her offering. It was an ordinary blue pencil, not even a long one, but it was one of her prized possessions. So when Tenzing reached on the top of the mountain, so he had few things with him like biscuits, candy and the blue pencil, which was given by his youngest daughter, whose name is Nima. So when Tenzing left the camp, before Tenzing started his journey in this expedition, his youngest daughter Nima had given him small blue pencil, and she had told him, when you will reach on the top of the mountain, so put it on the top of the mountain as her offering. So Tenzing says, though it is ordinary blue pencil, not even so long, but it was one of her prized possessions. As I put it down, I pointed it out to Hilary. He gave me a big smile, showing that he understood. So when Tenzing put the blue pencil given by his youngest daughter Nima, he pointed that pencil to his friend Hilary. As soon as Hilary saw that pencil, or as soon as Hilary saw that Tenzing was putting that pencil on the summit, on the top of the mountain, Hilary gave a big smile as if he understood everything. Then I got out the flags which I had on piece of string about 4 feet long. I fastened one end to my ice axe, and Hilary took pictures as I held it up. After some time, Tenzing got out the flags. In the previous session, we saw that Tenzing had 4 flags with him. The flags of Britain, United Nations, Nepal and India. So he got out the flags and he put all the flags on the string, which was about 4 feet long. Then he fastened one end of that string to his ice axe, which is used to cut the ice in the expedition. And Hilary took pictures as I held it up. So when Tenzing fastened that string, which was having the 4 flags, he held that axe upwards, and at that time Hilary took the photograph, the picture of that position. As I had to bring my ice axe down with me, I buried one end of the string in the ice on the top and the other in snow on the slope down below. When we left, they were lying flat against the summit. So when Tenzing fastened that string, one end of the string to the ice axe, Tenzing wanted to bring down that ice axe. Therefore, he buried the end of the string in the ice, the other in snow on the slope down below. When we left, they were lying flat against the summit. So this is what we discussed in this session. In this session we discussed the arrival of Tenzing and Hillary in Kathmandu. We also discussed the agreement, the statements made both the mountaineers Tenzing and Hillary. Similarly, we also studied the offerings, the prayer that Tenzing offered on the summit of the mountain, on the top of the mountain. We also saw what Tenzing brought with him, and he put the things like biscuits, candy, blue pencil on the top of the mountain. In the next session, we will continue the same lesson. I hope you must have understood these paragraphs from page number 18. I conclude my lecture here. I stop here. Thank you.